It's engaging. It's Chattin' with Chelsea. She's Daytime's new bestie. Here's your host, Chelsea Edwards.
Come back to me. I've got the feeling.
Hey, besties. Welcome to another episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. I'm your daytime bestie, Chelsea Edwards. You know, it seems every 4 years we get folks who don't like the results of the presidential election and they say, well, that's it. I'm moving out of the country. Now, you could have even said this yourself, but I am the voice of reason. I'm the one who says, please, nobody's doing that. Nobody is doing that for real. Nobody. Well, today's guest made me put my big old 8.5s right in my mouth. They are packing up. They are headed out. They're making all the arrangements. So we are going to find out what it takes to live a life abroad. And it takes a lot. A lot goes into that decision. They've got some tips. Maybe you're just planning a vacation. They can help you out, or some help for whatever you're doing right here, staying wherever you are. Okay, so we're going to chat with them about that. You know, this young lady here, she shows us how difficult it could be when you're planning your escape.
Husband, no kids, no mortgage. I quit my corporate job, didn't have another one lined up. The country's kind of like falling apart. I was like, what is keeping me here? Nothing. So I left. Sadly for me, this was actually a flight from like 3 years ago, and my actual escape looked a little bit more like this, but more of that later. I will say life is a little bit easier when you do have strong passport privileges. But first, we're going to Senegal to be closer to my very loving and very chaotic Italian family. Anywho, and then came a very long 2 months of trashing, donating, and selling every single thing that I own, except for whatever could fit in 2 checked bags. Meanwhile, after multiple vet visits, hours of phone calls, and nearly $1,000 in vet bills, I still had no idea if my cats could even come with me since I was flying standby. And there are some things that I might actually miss about America. Since I won't get to experience this for I have no idea how long, I soaked it all in. I came back home energized. Not gonna lie though, with pieces of my house missing, I was like, this is kind of sad. But I was very grateful that my family abroad had actually secured housing for me. I filed my taxes early. I had to send a formal demand letter to a brand who finally paid me, so I was honestly chilling until... And guess what? Someone hit my car. Look at that. Okay, at first, I was handling it very well. People are dying, so I know it's not the biggest deal in the world.
All right, so we've got some folks headed out themselves. We got Jessica and Rob Tannen. We've also got Danny and Travoy Kelly. You've been on the show before. Welcome to you guys.
Thank you.
Longtime friends here as well. So let's get into first where you're going. Okay, Jessica, y'all are headed to...
We are going to Belize.
Belize.
Central America, yes ma'am.
Yes, okay. Danny, where y'all headed?
We are going to Guadalajara, Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. I mean, these are places where, you know, a lot of us think vacation spots, but y'all are like, oh, no, we're going to stay. We're packing up, we're going to stay. Okay, so let's talk about what went into that decision, because Jessica, I know you and Rob, y'all have been working on this for quite some time.
Right, right. 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Wow.
Well, if it was up to me, we would have gone without all the planning. But he's the planner, and he's like, we gotta eat, we got kids, right? You know, little things like that.
Things like that. Yeah.
But yeah, so for 5 years we've been planning. We started homeschooling our kids because we have kids that we were taking with us, which is this whole nother layer of complications. So yeah, we started homeschooling. We put our affairs in order as far as our finances.
Sold our house.
We sold our house.
Wow. Okay.
lots of changes. Yeah.
Okay. So, and it could take that long.
Yeah. It really. I mean, it depends. Everybody's situation is different. Obviously, we have kids, so that's another layer. But if you want to do it and be able to sustain the life that you're, you know, trying to live, then it definitely takes the time. Yeah.
Okay. What results? Like, what made the decision? When did y'all say this is? Yeah, we're just gonna do it.
Well, when she went to Belize by herself.
Yeah. So no, like I think women who have children who are married, they can relate to sometimes you just need a break. You just need to get away. You just need some me time. So it was actually my birthday, which is on Mother's Day weekend. So I always get Mother's Day and birthday, you know, kind of combination. And I was like, you know what? I don't want gifts. I just want a trip by myself to some place.
Yeah.
And I just someplace away from all of y'all. I love y'all.
She FaceTimed me the whole time
I
she was
did.
there.
And I was like, let me talk to the kids. Let me talk to the kids. It's so bad. But no, so I went to Belize and I went by myself. I went for 3 days and I almost did not come back.
Wow.
I literally was like, I don't know if I'm coming back. And I fell in love. I fell in love with the people, the culture, the community, the food. Oh my gosh, the food. And just the slower pace. Just the ease of how people moved around, the ease that I was able to move around with in my skin. It was just something I had never experienced.
Wow. Okay. All right. It's happening. Okay. Daddy and Travoy. When and why did you make the decision to move to Mexico?
I think it started in October.
Yeah, so I would say fall of last year.
Yeah.
Okay, just a few months back.
Yeah.
So not 5 years.
Not
This is
5
why
years.
we got
I
this
mean,
thing quickly.
But to your point, we also don't have kids
See,
yet.
that's
so-
what it is. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
We had
so
that.
we can just kind of get up and go. Yeah, so we made the decision in fall of last year that we would move this year. And then we decided we would move, let's see, June of this year.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
It's right around the corner.
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
We want to
It
give
is.
ourselves some time to get our bearings together and, you know, get rid of some things, you know, purge and all of those things and make sure that, you know, we're doing it the legal way.
That part.
Okay.
That part.
Right.
That part. Yeah. And we sold everything.
Wow.
So, yeah. We're only taking our clothes with us, and then we're going to move. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all have become minimalist.
Essentially.
Yeah, just like, okay, getting rid of everything. Was there something where you said, okay, yeah, like let's just go? Like, was there something that played into that decision?
Yeah, well, for me, I'll speak for myself. It's just when we went to Guadalajara, we went for our anniversary actually.
Okay.
And so the moment we get off the plane, you can just feel that peace, that sense of peace that just, you know, just took over. And so it was at that moment, I was just like, oh, I already love this place. You know, before I even got into the city, I was just like, oh yeah, this is the place. But we weren't thinking about moving at the time. We were just visiting. And so, but we always talked about, you know, living abroad and things like that. And once we experienced that whole city, Guadalajara, the food was amazing.
Family.
Yeah, all of that, and the people treated us well.
Wow.
And so we just felt like it was weird. We felt like we were at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see the food can keep
Yeah.
y'all
Oh,
shy.
yeah,
Make y'all
exactly.
move.
Let me tell you.
Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna get more into that and all the reasons and how y'all are making this happen. We'll be right back after this. Hey, wait out.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible? From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher.
He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices.
Like your text-to-emoji ratio.
Oh man, the selfies. Selfies, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I was a quarterback at Hardaway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey,
Stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
We're back with two couples who are moving out of the country, like they are not planning on coming back, and they're not retiring either. So we got to talk about a few things. How you're making this happen. One of the reasons you say you're motivated is like the food is just different in these other countries.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
For
so
sure. Yeah, so the food is not as processed. It is fresh. You have not had fruit until you have had fruit abroad. I mean, it is juicy. It is sweet. It is truly just everything that fruit is supposed to be.
It's unaltered.
Yes.
It's unaltered.
Yes.
Okay.
We had a mango tree that was right outside of our Airbnb when we were in Belize, and they were just falling to the ground, and like you just pick them up and eat them, and there's no processing of it. We got fish straight from the ocean onto our plate the same day. Like literally.
And that's crazy because when she went by herself, she dragged me back a month later.
I was like, I found where we're going. I found the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm actually vegan here in the States, and so when I go to Guadalajara, I eat everything.
Wow.
So,
Really?
Yeah, nothing off,
Nothing's
off
off
limits.
limits.
So, yeah.
Okay, it sounds like it's also like a healthier lifestyle.
100%.
Okay.
Precisely.
100%. It's healthier.
Okay, so let's talk about how y'all are affording this food. These delicious
That's the number one question.
Yes, we have to plan this out. So tell us how y'all work that out.
So for us, we actually own our own business, and we make natural cleaning products. So it's something that we can do abroad. We have a team here that's going to be, manufacturing our products and still selling
And I'll
everything.
be coming back every now and then to make sure everything's okay.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Still gotta come back and forth. But so between that, we also, like we said, we mentioned we sold our house. We paid cash for another home. And by eliminating the mortgage and all the extra things that came along with it, we're able to basically have an income property that we can rent, and it's income for us. And we don't have to worry about paying the mortgage if we don't have a renter. So the idea of owning something outright that, we can make income from, between that and the business, that's how we're gonna finance our life.
Okay, all right. I like this teamwork. Okay, what about y'all? How's this gonna work?
Okay, so we're also business owners as well, and we are able to set up our operations. We're venue owners, and so people can have celebrations at the event, and it's already set up for it to run virtually anyways, where the work is virtual. So we have our team that's on site, very similar, so we don't actually have to be there now. We're not on site now while we're here in Houston. So we just said, okay, we're not on site when we're here. Why not just take that international and go somewhere? And then we also have a photography media company. That's what my husband does. He's a professional photographer. So kind of similar to you, he'll fly in like clients. And that actually helped us make the decision with where we were going to go. Jumping on a flight, it's only like a 2.5-hour flight. So it's really easy to get there. I mean, that's shorter than going to LA.
Yeah.
We say that all the time because he's from LA.
Yeah.
So we say it's closer for us to go to Belize than it is for him to go see his family in LA.
Actually did that.
And cheaper.
The
flights are cheaper.
You were on your way to Belize when I was on my way to LA.
Right, he went to LA.
And she got there first.
And I got to Belize first.
my
And I was
goodness.
like, see, this is meant to be.
You all are like rewiring my brain
Yeah.
because it sounds like such a hurdle to live abroad, but y'all like,
well, you have to keep in mind the U.S. dollar stretches further sometimes in these other countries, depending on where you're going. So that can be a benefit and works, for you. But also, even if that's not the case, depending on when you're going, fly international instead of just what we have. So like, yes, we know the airlines that we have here, but we choose to fly a Mexican airline because it's cheaper that way.
oh wow,
And it's getting over that mindset because we're accustomed of being here, because we're from here, we don't really think about living abroad. We don't think about doing life somewhere else, and that is actually possible because we think our family is here, our jobs are here, and
This is all we've known.
That's all we know, but we don't really think, oh yeah, I actually can live in Japan. I can live in Africa. I can, and it's doable.
So tell me about that stretch though, because I'm curious about that. A lot of people do say it is cheaper to live abroad. So are we talking like you could live on half of the income that you make? It's not that much.
So, well, I say that,
you.
I was going to say it depends on you and how much of the American amenities you're willing to give up. Because I think we're programmed to think like we have to have this big house, we have to have the pool, we have to have 2 cars, we have to have all these.
The American dream.
The American dream. And when you really kind of shed that mindset and say, you know what, I just need the necessities. I need a bed to lay my head. I need food in my belly. I need shelter, roof over my head. We have 3 children, so obviously we have a lot of other expenses that y'all don't. You know, but I mean, ultimately it's a mindset change. I just need my basic necessities. And I think a lot of it, we were talking, came out of COVID. The idea that we were forced to live on less, we were forced to scale back and really prioritize what we needed versus all the extras that we may have wanted. And then you just kind of look at it differently. You're like, wow, I don't need this extra thing, or I don't need 3 of these. If one suffices, I just need one. We went from 4 cars to just 1. Because why? Why do we need 4 cars?
Speaking of why, it's all about your why. It's about your purpose. What is your reason for doing it? Is it for peace? Is it for health? Is it for your kids? Is it for sake? Like, what is your why? So that pretty much gives you the passion and the push to do what it is that's necessary for not just for you, but for your family as well.
But I think
for your future.
And bottom
for your
line,
future.
if you want to cut your expenses in half, the answer is yes.
Yes.
You can do that abroad. You can absolutely do that. But you can also, and a lot of people choose this, spend the same amount that you're spending here, there. And so I think that's sometimes the misconception. Yeah, everyone is like, oh, you're not going to spend the same. You can.
You can.
Depending on what you're spending it on. So it just depends.
Okay. Oh, all right. I feel like some of this, I can use right here. Just shedding some things. Okay.
Just
all right.
purge.
Just purge it all. All right. Don't purge us. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
I was a quarterback at Artoway High School. College first-round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
We're chatting with our future expats about what it takes to live in another country. So far, we've learned that you got to change the mindset and you got to shed a lot of stuff. So tell me this: what are you giving up? Plumbing? Like, what are we for sure giving up when we go?
So plumbing was a big thing for me. The fact that you mentioned that, because we actually went to Mexico City, and that's why he's laughing, because we didn't just pick Belize. I mean, Belize definitely was on the short list. We made a list of places we wanted to go, but Mexico City was on there too, and we went there, 2-3 years ago?
And they didn't have any P-traps on the plumbing, so you get the sewer
The
smell.
plumbing situation, I just couldn't get used to that, like throwing toilet paper in the trash can as opposed to down the toilet. That was just really something I couldn't quite get over. And everybody has their thing, so that was my thing. But as far as what we're giving up, I think just I don't even look at it as anything like giving up. I think we're just giving up the pace. We're giving up the rat race. We're giving up the anxiety. We're giving up all of that.
For me, like, I wasn't on board right away. So it took for my neighbor. I watched my neighbor across the street. He was about to retire. And his whole thing was he just wanted to work in his garden. So I was like, okay, as soon as he retires, he's gonna work in his garden. So a couple of months went by after he retired. He was in his garden, and he started slowing up. I didn't see him anymore. So I'm like, okay, you know, knock on the door, ask if he's okay. He's okay. And he said he was selling his house to move in with his kids because he couldn't keep up anymore. So that was like, okay, I don't want that to be my life. He retired just to do nothing.
Yeah, he literally worked. He was a veteran.
Yeah,
he worked his whole life for this, looking forward to this thing that you like, okay, I did my time. I'm just going to retire and enjoy life. And he was looking forward to just being outside and in his garden. We saw him less than 2 months. And then he was like, I can't do it. My back, everything just started breaking down. And he was like, I'm going to go live with my son. Wow. And he was like, okay, I don't want that to be my life. Like, I don't want to just work for a couple of months at the end of it. So when I think of giving up stuff, I think of it in those terms as opposed to like giving up the luxuries or the amenities, because at the end of the day, when you really like boil life down to like what's most important, the things aren't the important things. I think what he's talking about when you say, I want to just go out and garden, I want to do that at 46 and not 75 when I don't have the body to do it and things aren't working the way they used to. I want my mind to be fresh. I want to give this experience to my children. I want them to see different cultures. I want them to, you know, so I don't think of it as in terms of giving up things. I think of it as giving up, you know, the things that we don't want to have anymore.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
I will say, for those who are considering living abroad, there are some changes and there are some things you would have to get used to. In Mexico specifically, it is known, and if you don't know this, do not drink the tap water.
Oh, yes. That part.
So we are
Montezuma's revenge.
Tap water.
Tap water.
It's bottled water, everything,
Okay.
or, you know, the jugs of water for brushing us. Anything that's
Right.
going to go in our mouth, it has to come
Out
from
of a
the
bottle.
Okay.
Okay.
Bottle.
So
Yeah.
we're giving that up. That's something that you
You
have to
even
know.
consider that when washing your face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah,
So
bottled
you
water
have to
the
think
whole
about that
Exactly.
you didn't before.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. I would say another thing that we had to adjust to, and it's not that you're giving it up, you just have to know not every place has AC. And so here, every home is kind of expected to have AC. So if you're looking for a place or a Airbnb, whatever, even apartment, you want to make sure that it has AC. And here's the thing, in all of the rooms, because AC is not like central AC.
It's
The-
the split unit.
Yeah, it's the split
Yeah.
unit. So they'll have it in one room, but then in another room they don't have it. It's just a fan. So you want to get, you know, prepared for that. And then the last thing you mentioned, toilet paper. So they use toilet paper. We can flush it in Guadalajara, which is great. But one of the things that is not popular everywhere is having toilet paper in public spaces. You have to bring
pack
your
it with
own
you.
toilet paper, or you have to pay for toilet
it,
paper
Oh, wow.
on site. So I was like, okay, toilet paper is like a luxury.
That's
in
what
Mexico.
They don't just
Oh,
include
this
that.
place has toilet paper. It's real nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the washer and dryer.
Oh yeah, the washer and dryer as well. Not every place will have washer and dryer or a hookup for that.
Okay.
You know, clothing lines, you will see that. So if you're wanting a washer and dryer, there are spaces where you can get
Right.
that. Again, Mexico can be whatever you want it to be.
I think
Yeah.
that's the
Hawaii can
bottom
be whatever you
line.
want it to be.
Is just
Yeah.
researching where you're going and
Yep.
make, for us it was just making that list of like, what do we need, what can we live without, and just really going through it and saying, okay, is this a necessity or is this a want?
Yeah.
And then what do we earn or what do we
Yes.
gain when we give this up?
For
You know?
example, we won't
It's
have a
about-
car.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Okay.
about
Us
value.
either.
It's what do you value?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
We
I love
won't have a car.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk.
Valuable
That'll work.
experience.
Also
Yeah.
healthier. Yes. There we go.
It's a natural exercise.
There we go. Okay, giving up but getting so much. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
I was a quarterback at Artoway High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't he alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
Okay, so after just visiting a handful of times, y'all are ready to go.
Yes.
Any final thoughts for people who may be considering living outside of the country? I'll start with you, Jessica.
I would say if you're going somewhere, be adaptable. Adapt to the culture and the community that you're going into, rather than bringing your views and your, if you're coming from America, don't bring your American standards and demands and privileges to that culture. Acclimate yourself to what they have there, because there's a reason you're leaving the place you're leaving. You have whatever that reason is, you're going somewhere else. So enjoy where you're going and acclimate to what they already have. Don't try to Americanize everywhere you go.
Okay, good point.
I would say go legally. First of all, do the paperwork. We have our 4-year temporary residency there, so we get to go there and stay as long as we need to. Some people go on a tourist visa. Do the research and make sure that you do the paperwork so that you don't get yourself in a bind.
Nice. And we'll be able to follow your journey.
Absolutely.
Right? Y'all are going to be posting videos.
We're on YouTube, on
social
Instagram,
media.
the best of both worlds, Travoy and Danny.
Nice. Okay, all right. And we'll follow Signature Suds. Looking
Absolutely.
forward to those videos as well.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for this. This was such an enlightening conversation. I want to thank you for tuning in to another episode of Chattin' with Chelsea. Keep up with us on social at Chelsea Show Fox, and we'll see you on the next Chattin' with Chelsea. Dance it out. Okay, yeah.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love your mind.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Ready to lose track of time the best way possible?
Rolling!
From the funniest videos to the wildest things online, we do the scrolling so you don't have to.
It's Usher. He had that synthetic hair melting. You hear me? Why y'all talking about that lady hair like that? Ain't it alone?
Catch us every weeknight, 7 p.m. Central on Fox Soul.
Louder for the people in the back.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie.
Nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Coming up on We Sound Crazy.
Y'all be going for viral moments over here. I don't be like it. I don't like them podcasts. They invite you on. They try to give you craft services and liquor and stuff and get you all loosed up. Then they want to get you trying to get a viral moment.
We Sound Crazy. He is one half of the duo Louis York and an award-winning songwriter.
Yes, sir. It's Claude Kelly.
He is award-winning songwriter and other half of the dynamic duo Louis York.
What's up, y'all? It's Chuck Harmony.
Music executive and Renaissance man.
Hey, it's Billionaire.
Music aficionado.
What's up? It's Timon Bacon from Macon.
We Sound Crazy is your official backstage pass to all things music and culture.
What's going on, y'all? It's Funky Dineva, and you're watching We Sound Crazy.
That's the energy for this week.
Hey.
Yes. Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy, your official backstage pass to all things